What's up, everybody? Welcome to another afternoon edition of the Morning Wood. And let me remind y'all, we are just 50 days away from Colorado kicking off the 2026 season against Georgia Tech on Thursday, September 3rd in the ATL. 50 days. That's all we've got left, y'all. 50 days into all the off-season debates, all the hot takes, all the message board experts, and all the Twitter offensive coordinators have to deal with reality. Because once that ball is kicked off, nobody cares what your prediction was in July. The only thing that's going to matter is production. Can Colorado run the football? Can Colorado protect the quarterback? Can they score touchdowns? Can Brennan Marion's offense be everything we've been hearing about? And that's exactly why I need to talk to the folks who keep doubting Brennan Marion. Honestly, I don't know where it's coming from because his resume says one thing, while social media at times says something completely different. Every offseason, fans convince themselves they are the experts. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody suddenly knows offensive line play. Everybody's breaking down quarterback mechanics. Everybody has an opinion on the go-go offense. But here's my question. How many of y'all have actually looked at Brennan Marion's resume? Not what somebody tweeted, not what somebody clipped, his actual body of work. See, this is the same Brennan Marion who created the go-go offense. And I think sometimes because of the name, people assume it means one thing or the other. But this is the same offense that's now being studied by coaches across the country. The same concepts have made their way into NFL playbooks. And Brennan Marion knows exactly what people are saying. That's why he recently posted, and I quote, "Y'all really don't know ball, and it hurts me, but I still love y'all." Close the quote. Then he reminded everybody, back in 2017 at Howard University, they had seven offensive linemen, not seven starters, seven total. And they averaged over 220 yards rushing per game. Then they lined up against FBS opponents and ran for over 300 yards. With starting tackles weighing 225 pounds and 280 pounds. Y'all think about that. Those aren't excuses. Those are the receipts. Now let's fast forward to Colorado. Listen to what Coach Marion is saying. He says, this offensive line is better than the one he coached at Texas. It's bigger. It's more physical. It's the best offensive line he's ever coached. Now, man, that's a bold statement. But here's what people forget. He's the one coaching them. He's watching every practice, at every meeting, every rep. Not the people on Twitter typing. And even when he talks about his quarterback, JuJu, he says, the dude has an NFL arm. He talks about how seeing JuJu throw the ball 60 yards off his back foot without stepping into the throw. Now, let's be clear. Arm talent has never really been the question. The question is and has been, can he process? Can he make the right reads? Can he command a power for offense? And I will be the first to tell y'all, those are fair questions. But questioning whether Brennan Marion recognizes NFL arm talent, that seems like the wrong argument. He goes on to say about JuJu that Ju is about where Quinn Ewers was in his second year of college. Now, some folks immediately lost their damn minds, but I say slow down. He didn't say JuJu is Quinn Ewers. He said they're at a similar point in their development. And there's a difference. Then he says, we have 4, maybe even 5 NFL receivers on this team right now. Now, is that coach speak? Maybe, maybe not. But let's remember who we're talking about. This is a coach who's been around NFL talent, a coach who's developed elite wide receivers, a coach who's coordinated explosive offenses everywhere he's been. He's earned the benefit of the doubt. And here's what I think is really happening. People aren't questioning Brennan Marion because of Brennan Marion. They're questioning Colorado. Last year's offense struggled. The offensive line at times struggled. The running game struggled. So now people have already decided this offense can't work. Before a single snap, before game one, before Georgia Tech in just 50 days. Football, real football, actual football, doesn't care what Twitter thinks. Football doesn't care about message boards. Football doesn't care who won the offseason. Football cares about execution, blocking, timing, the quarterback decisions, explosive plays. If Colorado runs the football, if Colorado protects the quarterback, and thereby creates explosive plays, no one's going to remember what they tweeted in July. So before we call Brennan Marion overrated, before we question everything he says, let's remember something. This isn't a guy selling hope. He's built offenses. He's developed players. He's won football games. And now, for the first time, he's got Coach Prime's talent running his offense. We've only got 50 days left until kickoff. Then the talking stops. The proving starts. And we'll find out soon enough whether Brennan Marion is exactly who his resume says he is. If I were a betting man, and at times I am, I'm betting on the guy with the receipts. I believe the best indicator of future performance is past performance. And it's the reason Coach Prime brought in a guy who's known to put up more than 30 points a game. Hey, it's your guy. It's Uncle Neely. It's the Pregame Network. And this has been a special afternoon edition of the Morning Wood. Man, y'all have a blessed one. Much love.